Hey dreamers, this is the last update of Project Fantieval. And if you have been watching all the series so far, you probably already know about this series and behind the scenes stuff. This is the last video, the last update that I'm going to push online on my YouTube channel. It is not finished, but I really want to show you a little bit of what I have so far in overall in the total. I mean, like I already showed that in the last video, or in the previous video, but in this video, like I said in the last video, that I was going to show more about the logics, about the main menu, and even though, like I said, I'm not done yet, there's still a little bit of a gameplay that I want to add here and there. Not too crazy, but just a little bit more interaction. But I kind of want to like a little bit of an like show you in this update or this video, yeah, what you can expect. What is the main menu going to look like, and what are the options that you can do in this creation, so you can explore yourself. And also in this video, I'm going to reveal the actual name, because the Project Fantieval was just a project name. And once I'm going to show you the main title of the project, then for people that do know my previous creation, maybe already know, but yeah, so without further ado, I cannot wait to show you. And you're already seeing right now there's one mode here. At the moment I'm recording, you can see that like different scenes are being shown while I am talking right now. This is one of the modes in the main menu that you can choose from. So for more of a relaxing, a screensaver type of content, but there's a little bit more options here and there. So first, I want to say thank you so much for everybody who has been very patient and been watching me behind the scenes series about this whole project come alive. Like I said, the last video, I'm not going to upload another video after this, even though there's still a lot more work to do to get it all done. But basically, this is like the final video where we're going to show you a little bit of like what you can expect from the main menu and the options that you can choose. All right, so without further ado, let's reveal the name of the creation. So if I press circle, we go back to we're going outside the screensaver, and boom, Once Upon a Time 2, the tiny sleepy giant. Once Upon a Time 2, it's confirmed, it is there. And for those who haven't seen Once Upon a Time 1, basically, it is in the Dreamiverse. I made that creation a few years ago, actually around the early access, when the early access of Dreams came out. I built a forest, and called Once Upon a Time. So if you want to check that out, it is in the Dreamverse. And if you're watching this video, you're probably also maybe going to see then the new creation. I will make a separate reveal trailer once everything is done. So yeah, the reveal Once Upon a Time 2, and it's called the Tiny Sleeping Giant. That it's referring to the bar that you can explore and go inside to. So it's like a little bit of a subtitle. And it is like a little bit changing, because like the Once Upon a Time, the first creation, in the fairy tale forest, where it was only like starting with the reveal logo of Once Upon a Time, and that was it. That you could like only do two things. You could like well, you could change the weather and day-night cycle a little bit. You could also explore with very bad FPS, and or you could just like use it for background, like a screensaver mode basically. But there was not like a main menu. It was just like starting right away, and it was like a lot of like UI options in the screen, which I really don't like. But I kind of want to make it more sense for the people that are using this creation, so they can like, okay, what type of options do we have to select here and there? But I changed that in this time. In Once Upon a Time 2, you have actually like a main menu. And the reason why I did this because like it's a little bit more cleaner, and it's also a little bit more to show what type of options you have. So as you can see, we have the explore mode. That's the first option. So if you're selecting this mode, you can just like explore the whole creation yourself on peacefully, and interact with some NPCs here and there, and maybe there's some dialogue and stuff like that. Then we have like the showcase, which is basically like, yeah, a little bit more interactive camera movement, showing the creation itself. So without like, you can also use it sort of like a screensaver, but I call it a showcase because it's actually like showing a little bit more with panning the cameras. I may be considering to add a little bit more cameras in total, but for now I think I'm good. And then we have another option, the third option, that is Screensaver Mode, which is basically just like what you saw in the intro, where you just have like static camera points of views, showing the creation from different angles, some in the bar and some outside of the creation as well. I might maybe add a little bit more here and there, or change the options, like change the camera angles here and there, still in the final version. But to give you a little bit more of an idea of like how it's going to look. And then we have like the options, and this option's only showing the controller layout. I will add, probably there's going to be in the final release version, I'm also going to add a few more options, like where you can like yeah, change the volume of the songs, and also to yeah, change the vertical up and down look. That option is already there in the puppet itself, so it's basically only like a slider, like a button on and off, for people that are in an, yeah, have a different way of looking up and down. I'm going to add that. That's going to be in the options as well. For now, it's not here. And of course, we have the exit, which is self-explanation. Once you click this, you will exit the creation itself. And maybe I will get like a warning screen. Are you sure you want to exit? Or so maybe you accidentally pressed on it. I want to make like an additional warning if you actually want to leave. So that's basically all the options that is going to be in this creation. And yeah, so far music wise, we still only have like 2 songs. I'm maybe going to add more if I can find more that are not copyright, that are just like made by someone like from scratch. If I cannot find anything else anymore that is not copyrighted or is not fitting this creation in this Once Upon a Time creation, then I will just like have it with these 2 songs that's like playing in the background, which is already very moody, and showing a little bit of like how the creation is basically. So yeah, let me show first the first option, that's the explore mode. And as you can see, like the main menu is starting at a certain point. I may be considering to move the text on a different location, maybe on the left side. I don't really know. Maybe Once Upon a Time 2 is also going to be placed somewhere else. Everything is still on a placeholder right now on the main menu, but I kind of want to already show you this so that you know what you can expect from the final version. So let's click on the explore mode. So if we like select that with the X button, then we are straight into the creation. Boom, just like that. And we can just like explore the creation ourselves. So I always showed you in the previous video. So I'm just going to like quickly go around. But basically, like you can like explore the whole creation. Now, what I want to show you a little bit that I haven't shown in the previous video, because like I didn't have that back then, I changed the way how to get into the bar. And I have to explain a little bit why. Before, you had to press square in order to open the door to go inside the bar. Now, um, for some reason, it didn't really work well with the way how I wanted to keep the performance as high as possible. So what I did was, when you are going to get closer to the door, it will automatically open. I know it's maybe not so like interactive, but I couldn't really find another solution really quickly. Also, I'm not very like an logic guru, so this was the best option for me. I will explain a little bit why I did this, because at the moment where I'm standing right now, nothing is loaded into the bar, so all the characters are not there. If I go now into edit mode, and I go in and hover inside the bar, everyone is gone, or like is disabled. And the reason why I did this is because like I wanted to keep the performance as high as possible. I really want to hit the 30 FPS, at least around the 30 FPS still with this creation. Even though, yeah, I know like with the PlayStation 5, everything needs to be 60 FPS. Well, it is Dreams and it is on the base PlayStation 4. So yeah, and an amount of like detail what I've placed inside this creation is not really possible to go for the 60 FPS. So 30 FPS was for me like the target on this creation, and I to make sure that I was going to keep that performance still around 30 FPS is just by making sure that the puppets were not like activated if you're not seeing them. So we are basically now in standing front of the house or like on the bar, but you don't see the characters from here, right? So it's really unnecessary to already load those characters in if you cannot see them. So that's why I did it like that. So, and as soon as you're going to get closer to the house, so this is all like working in the background as logic. So basically, where I'm standing right now, the characters are loading in. So, and when we're getting close to it, then the door will open automatically and the characters are already there. So that's why I did this. So the characters are now just loading in, but just in the right moment that you don't see them popping up in and out. You may be going to notice that when you're going to leave the place. I will show you that. It's something I cannot really fix in a good way. But basically, like the door stays open until you're exploring the bar itself. So you don't have to worry about closing the door yourself. It will automatically close. So if we're going to explore the bar and we're going to walk a little bit further on, then the door is going to get closed. I have to fine tune a little bit of the audio still. You don't hear the door is closing. That is because like I have the audio range a little bit too small, so I have to like adjust it a little bit better so you can still hear that the door is going to get closed at a certain point of where you are. So that's how I did this. And as soon as you are inside the bar, everything is now not loaded like outside the bar. So the butterflies are basically disabled, the goblin is disabled, the birds are disabled, just to keep also the performance inside the bar as high as possible. So that's why I did that as well. And yeah, there's not really much change in the bar in the last video, so I'm not going to really talk about that in this video. I have not really done much anymore inside the bar. Everything is pretty much the same. Maybe I did change here and there a few stuff. I can't really remember. But yeah, not really worried to talk about it anymore. So try to explore yourself if you can find some hidden stuff here and there. So yeah, and if you're like getting closer to the door again, you can see it's automatically going to open, and you can see that the bird is now there. So everything is like loaded in the open world again. Because like we're getting outside the door, and if you look back, you can still see the characters are here as well. So this is like maybe like the point where it gets a little bit like heavy, maybe on the performance wise. But as soon as we're walking a little bit further, then the door is going to get closed, and now you can see that they are gone. It's because like we are at just like in a small part of the creation where they are like going to disable. You can see I'm maybe going to fine tune this a little bit better still, but that's a little bit of the downside. If you are at a certain point, where they are like going to disappear. But now you can see a little bit behind the scenes what is happening. So maybe I'll keep it like this. I don't know, but yeah, I really wanted to show you that. So I might be going to fine tune the trigger zones a little bit better here and there, but I think I'm good for now. So yeah, so that's basically like for the explore mode, and look at yourself and look around where you want to go, and yeah, check it out yourself. So that's for the explore mode. So if we're going back to the main menu, we also have the showcase mode, and the showcase mode, like I said, this is like just like a normal camera working, a little bit more cinematic type of way to show different scenes of the creation. So if I click on showcase, then it will start the showcase. So I already have like placed cameras, and it's a little bit more cinematic. I do see, however, the firebirds, the butterflies were not working there. I don't know why. Maybe I made a mistake in some of the logics. But there should be also butterflies in the beginning, and also see there's no bird in here as well. Oh wait, because like I didn't do it with the showcase. Ah, okay. I need to fix it still. That's my bad. So yeah, in the showcase, I still need to fix a few stuff here and there. But basically, like everything should be back, like the butterflies, the birds, and stuff like that. So everything is like still alive inside the creation. The bar is working because that I did specifically only for this part, but I forgot to do the butterflies. I'm sorry about that. So yeah, so this is like basically like a quick showcase of yeah what you can expect from the creation, and I made the camera in such a way that you will always see something happening. So the birds and the airships, and here also should be the goblin and the bird still. So that's for the showcase. So if we're going back, we also have a screensaver mode. And so if we're going to go in screensaver mode, this is like a less cinematic option. But if you're like this creation and you want to have it as a background, if you are like maybe studying, or maybe you are like working on the background and you want to have something to listen to have like, or to watch to, or just like on the background, I made in screensaver mode for the people that want to use this. So if you click on that, it will just have using like static cameras. Every 15 seconds it will change the location, so it will change the camera on different points of the creation. And these camera shots are a little bit different than the showcase shots, so I will show a little bit more different shots here and there, so it's not the same. So I put a few shots outside with the house and the staircase and the little village, and also a few shots inside the bar, but it's like a little bit more static shots. And maybe for the people that are already noticing or wondering, I made the camera a little bit more like moving slowly, so you don't have to worry about burning everything in. So if you want to use it as a screensaver mode, and this counts for every mode, by the way, the camera is slowly moving up and down, like very slowly. So so when you are using this for a screensaver mode, you don't have to worry about like burning in your monitors or stuff like that. So there's always like an slowly movement happening. As you can see, like the shot is like inside the bar, and some shots I also revealed on my Twitter as a teaser, which now I just like actually you can watch yourself. I will add another option that when you're pressing left and right, you can switch between the cameras really quickly. So if you don't want to wait, or if you want to like check it out like in different camera angles really quickly, or want to show someone this creation, you don't have to wait every 15 seconds for the next camera shot. So I will also, it's not there yet, but I will add also in the final version where you can just like press left and right on the D-pad to quickly move between and shift between the camera angles. So that will be added in the final version as well. And as you can see, there are like a few different shots inside the bar, and then we outside and we see the airship still moving there. It's pretty cool. I try to pick as much as beautiful shots as I could think. I'm maybe going to change in the final version some shots here and there. Maybe I'm probably not always happy at the results here and there. So yeah, that one probably going to be changed in the final version. So, but now you at least know a little bit of like what you can expect from the final version. And yeah, it was a long journey. I really enjoyed to make this creation, and I cannot wait to finally release this on the Dreamiverse. It's pretty close. I had some struggles with the main menu, as always. The main menu is always the hardest, well, at least for me, like the hardest part to do, or like the most trickiest one to work with. And I'm not done yet. I really want to add more options in the options section. But for now it is working, and yeah, so this is basically what you can expect from the final version. Yeah, so that's it. Once Upon a Time 2, it's officially announced in this video, and so for now on, it's I mean the video is still going to call like Project Fantieval, but this is like the name reveal of my creation. The main menu, like I said, is going to change still, like with the placements here and there. Maybe going to add a little bit more to the logo. I don't know. I want to see what I want to do still, because like if I work too long on this, I'm afraid that maybe like nobody's going to see this anyway. And I like, yeah, I don't know. It's just like a little bit scary to go a little bit too much on everything, but I really want to have like the UI design as clean as possible, not too crazy. And I have like a little bit of like an arrow that is like pointing at the options, so you know exactly what you are selecting. There is no audio physics, right? Audio visual right now, so that will be also implemented in the last version, or like in the release version. So when you're like selecting the options, that you will actually hear that you are selecting something. So a little bit more interactive is going to be added still. Yeah, and like I said, with the options, it's going to be not only controls, but I'm also going to add like audio leveling, and that you can choose between different vertical, like inverse, look up and down basically. So yeah, this is what I want to show in this video. This is the last behind the scenes series of Project Fantieval, or aka now Once Upon a Time 2, the Tiny Sleepy Giant. That's the official name. I really hope that you really enjoyed this whole journey with me, and yeah, it was a fun project to make. Some hat spinning here and there, especially when I had to do logic. Logic is never my good side. I like put me on a like let me build an environment and I can do it, but if it comes to logic, I always have like my hat spin. So but yeah, I'm quite happy already with how it like looks. Not super excited, not super happy yet, because like there still need to be a lot of work to be done on the UI design. But I want to keep it as clean as possible like this, because I really like when menus are very like clean. I'm also really not sure if I keep the shot for the main menu on this location. Maybe I'll do it somewhere else, because like it's a little bit like more crowded, because like the tree is exactly in the background where the text is. So the text probably going to maybe to the left, or I'm going to choose a different shot for the background. I have to see what I'm going to do with this still. This is not the final version. This is just like a placeholder. But to give you already a little bit of an idea what you can expect from the release version. So if you are curious about the final version, about the final release, yeah, check out my YouTube channel still, because I will release a like not a reveal trailer, but like a launch trailer. I'm going to make a launch trailer for this, and then I will like upload at the same day. I will upload it on my Dreamiverse, and then you can explore this creation yourself. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed this journey, this creation. And I don't really know what my next project is going to be. I'm a little bit of like in householding. I'm probably going to have a little bit of like a more busier time coming ahead. So I don't really have much time to get into dreams, sadly. It is what it is. But I really hope that someday I can pull a little more myself into dreams again when I have a little bit more time, spare time, to do all this. Yeah, so upcoming projects, I do not really know what's going to be the next one. Maybe I'm going to expand this whole creation into a longer version. But yeah, I have to see. It's not like a promise that I can give. But yeah, in real life, I'm probably going to have been facing a lot of more busier times. A lot of stuff I need to do and to work. So yeah, less time for dreams, sadly. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to make dreams content anymore. I will keep making dreams content as long as I can, and as long as dreams still exist. I will always want to share my creativity to the world, and show my creativity basically. That's my goal, and I may be going to upload here and there still like sculpting videos, so not really in behind the scenes series anymore. But maybe I'm going to go back into a little bit more sculpting videos where I will like record from start to finish a sculpture. Not the single sculpture anymore. That's a little bit like that's a little bit harder to do now. But like expect like environments like this, but then from the ground up, build it without my own assets. Um, so that's basically what I'm maybe going to do in the future. Yeah, follow my YouTube channel, and then you will never miss out content for dreams if you are curious about my upcoming projects. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not stopping doing dreams. It's maybe going to be a little bit more, maybe a little bit lesser because I have real life stuff happening that I have to take. That's basically priority. Yeah. But if I have some time here and there in between, I always would love to create like videos and sculpting videos about dreams and share my creativity. So yeah, that's basically it. I don't know anything else what I want to talk about. It's basically done. No more videos about Fantieval besides the reveal or like launch trailer on my YouTube channel officially. Yeah, cannot wait that you can like explore this yourself. I think that's maybe hopefully that you're would love to explore this. So for now I'm going to say thank you so much for watching. As always, don't forget to dream, everybody, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. Bye bye for now, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.